Okay, talk.
Discover, always gonna get a message. Always. So if the card starts 6011, pray. Number one. Number two, Amex is the easiest one. If they give you the 4-digit code, usually it's gonna work. If it doesn't, they get the message immediately, like 2 seconds after. Chase is the worst bug. They always have to call because even if they reply yes to the message, they the card will be rejected again. So things that I do. You ready? Okay.
Yes.
Give me your card number. 4147. That's a Visa. 7744. Every time a card starts, okay, closers, listen. Every time a card starts with a 4, it's a Visa. 5, it's a MasterCard. 3, it's American Express. 6011 is Discover. Are you clear on this part?
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. Okay. So then, when when you get the message, okay. So when you're gonna okay, give me your card number. Sorry, I got lost. Okay, first, give me your card number. 4147 0003 31444476. What's the expiration date? 327. What's the CVV? 123. Perfect. Listen, I'm gonna charge 5,000 and we spoke right now. But because I'm here and you're there, you're gonna get a message from the bank asking if it's you. You have nothing to be afraid about. Just reply yes, okay? All right. Click. Can you check your text messages? No, I haven't got a message from the bank. Give it a minute. Bro, you know, destiny is so ready for you to change that it's giving you a hard time because change is always difficult. Ha ha ha, whatever. Okay, give it a minute, whatever minute you give them. Or did you get the email or the message? No. Did you check spam? Yes, but nothing there. That's a Chase or Capital One card. Are we clear?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, they did get the message. They reply yes. You do it again and it doesn't work. It's 100% Chase. So for you to look very knowledgeable, what you're gonna do is like your card is on Chase, right? Yes. Oh man, you know what? With Chase, you always have to call them. So let's do something. Call the bank. Don't answer questions. Just say it's you. You know, the bank doesn't want you to use your credit for you to take it in advantage. They want you to pay a lot of interest, right? So say it's you. Uh, if they ask you any question, yes, it's me. Whatever, I'm approving the transaction. I call you back in 10 minutes. I call them back in 10 minutes. Chase, they always have to call. Or something you can do is ask them if they have a landline. Do you have a landline? So you call them or I'm on the phone with you. But usually they say no, but you can ask that question. And if you're making video call and they're using like an iPad, they can use their phone to call. Make sense?
So you do it sometimes with them on the phone, Ariel.
Yeah, I try never hang up unless it's the only option I have.
Yeah, I do that too. I just tell them to
Okay.
click over.
So then this is my other theory. If they send the link, I wonder if since it's them doing it themselves, if they're, capable of using a link with you on the phone, would that be easier instead of having to go through all of that? Will it get approved since it's coming from them?
So we already texted this before. They're gonna get the message anyway. You're losing two things if you send them the link. The first one, that once you send the link, they can send you, you know what, I already have the link. Give me an hour and I will pay it. Or something like that. The second
Yeah.
one, like you're giving up, you're opening a door for objections. And the second one is that if they receive the message, you have no excuses.
Got you. Yeah, that makes absolute sense. So
You
no
know, I
link
had a
and then you're
customer
gonna
once
do it.
that he had to call the bank once and they approved it and then it got denied again. He had to call the bank again and they said, sorry, we were just making sure you weren't under duress. So he had to approve it twice. So I think that that was probably Chase.
But the question that I have is why did he have to call twice for the same card? Why he didn't make a one transaction?
He's a senior citizen. I think that sometimes they do like double verification on older people to make sure they're not being, taken advantage of. I don't know. But it
Yes.
went through the second time.
Got it. Well, listen, by the end of the line, I have lost sales because of the fraud thing. Yes, because they get scared. But it hasn't happened in a long time for me. It used to happen more at the beginning. But let me tell you something. Something I have learned is that when you lose that sale, it's better because if he's so scared that a fraud department message will make him go away, that's a chargeback waiting to happen when he tell his son, his wife, or a friend what he did, and they start talking bullshit. So you have to handle them to do it with no fear. Make sense?
Yes, and you're really good at that. And this is what we're going to train everyone else. So today we're going to do a closer training. So uh Ariel, I'll let you lead that. And then the portal, just some updates on the back end. We have the videos already uploaded to a YouTube. So I know, Joe, you were asking about it. I think David Tippins, if you're on here, you were as well. So I'm going to send that to you so we could review it. And then this recording as well, we're going to try to update everything within 24 hours, so everyone could have this. And I know that Ricky Reyes, you're here. You are a new setter. So this is important just so you can listen and see what the closers are doing. And
Closer.
oh, he's a closer. Oh, even better. Great. So you can listen to what we're doing here. And Ariel, who do you want to choose today to do the role play?
The first one who unmute.
Don't get scared now, guys.
No, I'll go. I'll go. I don't mind. I'll go.
All right, Terry, you're the closer. Dom, you're the customer. Dominic, unmute.
How's it going?
Terry's gonna close you. He's already said. Terry, Dominic, it's a 66 years old VA making 2,700 a month with he just have to take care of his grandkid because his son passed away. He is married. Um, he has $25,000 available credit between 4 credit cards, but he has $15,000 in debt. Each credit card is 10,000, and he has $7,000 on the $7,000 on the how do you call it on the savings. Clear?
Yeah,
Yes,
you say he
sir.
has $10,000 available on 2 credit cards and 7,000 in his savings, and he's going to be taking care of his grandson because of, I guess, his son or daughter passed away.
Correct. He purchased the Dom's money because he can't work anymore, and he needs to increase his income now that he has this new responsibility.
Beautiful. Makes $2,700 a month right now off of disability.
Well,
Yes.
retirement VA.
Okay, so he's making $2,700 a month off of his VA disability.
That's it. Or I don't know if disability and retirement is the same thing, but yes.
Okay. All right, I got it.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. Won't need it. Dominic, Dominic, how are you? This is Terry. I'm actually one of the managing partners here with Dumbmoney. How's everything going, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a long day, but I'm just glad I'm home, my man.
Good, good, good. Well, it's about to get a lot better. Ariel told me a little bit about your conversation between yourself and he. What I wanted to do is I like to kind of get a feel for our partners when we're bringing them on board, just to get a feel for what it is that you're looking for, what your expectations are, so that we can make sure that everything is reasonable there. And then from there, give me an idea of what your why is. I mean, everyone wants to make a little bit of extra money, right? That's standard. That's normal. I get 3 or 4 calls a day. Every single one of them wants to make a little bit of additional money online. What I like to know is the why, and I'll tell you the reason for that. That why is going to keep you stable and keep you connected to this process as we're going through it. If you have a good, strong why, when we're going through this process, it'll allow you to see the process for what it is. It is going to take some time to get you to where you want to be at, but as long as you keep hold to that why in your mind, you'll get to your goal. So tell me a little bit about your situation. Tell me about your financial situation and how's everything going?
Um, man, that was a lot to unpack, but yeah. So, I'm a retired vet, man. I took some pretty bad bodily injuries when I was in the service. Um, I like to do some charity work on the side. I got a lot of time on my hands being retired and whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, the what I'm getting through the VA, it's really just not paying the bills, really. Like I'm barely getting by. So,
Hmm.
I really just want something where I'm able to you know, enjoy the rest of my time I have here with my family, but I could still make more money, without putting the time into it. And yeah, man, yeah, that's about it. But the why, as far as the why, um, I really would just come down to me wanting to have more time with my family, like I said, with the time that I have.
So that's completely understandable. I'm going to touch on a few things and then I'll kind of go into details a little bit about what the program is, what we offer, and so on and so forth. So, first, which branch of the military were you in, by the way?
Um, the Green Beret.
Okay, so you were in the Army. Great. That's perfect. So, my dad was a military guy. My oldest brother is currently in the military. So, I tip my cap to you. I know how difficult that is. So, again, thank you for the service. Second, the reason that you actually gave, I'm going to be honest with you, I hear all types of reasons. Most of them are usually tied to I want to be rich, I want to buy this car, I want to buy this house. Your why is completely different than what I normally hear. Your why is tied directly to your family. So that's a wonderful thing. Most of us will make a lot of sacrifices to keep our family safe. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do you a favor. I know that you're struggling with the bills. I remember what Ariel told me about, your son passing away. My condolences there. And now you're taking care of your grandson. What I want you to understand is this. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not something that's going to happen for you overnight. If you stay on board with us, we'll get you to where you need to be in order for this to make sense. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping it wasn't a get rich quick scheme, man. I've been scammed before.
Definitely. I completely understand that. The great thing about this program is this is a program that's going to give you the return on investment over a long time frame. And that's really what you're looking for. You don't want something that someone is telling you is going to be, oh, I'm going to make you rich overnight. You're going to be a multimillionaire. I always look at those things and I look at them with a grain of salt. What I'm going to give you is a guarantee on monetization. Now, I know at some point in your life, you've
Wait,
probably
wait, wait,
seen,
wait. You say
sure.
monetization?
Yes,
Like, what is monetization? Like, does that
sure. Let
I
me
don't I
tell
don't
you
know what
exactly
that
what
is,
that
man.
is.
I've never heard of that before.
Absolutely. I'm going to explain that to you in detail. So, monetization, I'm sure at some point you've probably run across a YouTube video. Yes?
YouTube. Yeah, I've been on it.
Okay, that's perfect.
But I'm
So,
67, man, so I really don't, I'm not tech savvy and I really don't know much about computers.
that's exactly what I was expecting you to say, my friend. I wouldn't expect anything different. So, I understand that you're not tech savvy. This is a done for you service. So, when we do monetization, we look for three things. First, we want to get you monetized as quickly as possible so that that channel that we create for you on YouTube can start earning you a little bit of extra income. That's the most important thing. Now,
Wait.
monetization,
Can I just ask you something? Your name was
of
Terry,
course.
right? Terry?
My name is Terry. Absolutely.
You're not asking me for money again, are you, my man?
I'm going to explain to you the process. The reason for the call today was just that specific. You said you wanted to make some additional money online, and I am going to walk you through the process of how to do exactly that. Am I right? Of course. You wanted to
So,
make a little bit of money
so
online, right?
yes. So, are you asking me for more money? Yes or no?
I am going to explain our process and I'm going to explain the opportunity for an investment to you. And by the end of this call, you'll be begging me to get the process that I have for you. So just bear with me a few seconds. I promise you I'll explain everything to you. All right. So just bear with me a few more seconds. So, again, monetization is where we set up a YouTube channel for you. That channel has usually two thresholds that need to be met in order to get you monetized. First is going to be we need to get you to 1,000 subscribers. Second threshold is we need to get you to about 400 to, I believe it's either 400 or 4,000 viewable hours to get you monetized, right? From that, once those two thresholds are met, we're able to get you to a point where you are able to earn some additional income on a monthly basis, which is what you're looking for so that you can be in a position to better help your family and pay some of those bills that you say you're not able to pay right now. That's what we're going to accomplish here. Are you with me so far?
Yeah. So is that something that you do yourself? Like, are you making money with that, or what's going on here?
Absolutely. So I do have a YouTube page. I'm not going to promise you that, you're going to be able to start from day one and you're going to make the kind of money that I make on YouTube, but I do very well for myself on YouTube. So I do have a page. So what I'm going to be doing is basically I'm going to take what I've learned and give it to you so that you can benefit without the hassle of having to go through the ups and downs that I went through when I was creating my own YouTube channel. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the knowledge that I've learned over the years of running my own YouTube channel and give that to you. All right. So, once we get you monetized from there, what we do is we do help you with building out the actual page itself. Depending on which specific package you go with, that'll tell you how far in depth we're going to go with helping you to build out this specific channel. Now, in your situation, I know you have three needs. First, you want to spend a little bit more time with your family. That was one of your needs, yes?
Yeah.
Perfect. Second is you are looking to earn a little bit more so that you can actually start to pay some of the bills in the household without having to, kind of rob Peter to pay Paul, if you understand my meaning.
Right. Right. I see what you're saying.
Perfect. Third thing is going to be you are absolutely looking to do that online, which is what we are going to teach you how to do. If you don't have enough time to do it, that's okay. Our service is a done for you service as well. So we don't mind making the system fully automated for you so that you're not in a situation where you're having to go and upload videos, edit the videos, do thumbnails, do shorts or anything along those lines. Again, you remind me of my father and the fact that you're an old military guy. And I don't mean any disrespect by old, obviously. But you guys are old school. You guys don't really do a lot with computers, and I understand that. So we have a lot of options to be able to help you to earn that extra income without you needing to be a programmer, if that makes sense.
Right. But like, if you've been doing it for so long, and if you're making so much money, like, why are you trying to sell it to me?
Good question. Very good question. So again, this is about your want, your need. I don't need to sell it to you. You need to earn additional income. I'm in a situation where my life is going very good. If, to be completely frank with you, I'm in the middle of what has been an amazing life so far. So I don't have a need to sell it to you. What I'm going to accomplish is I'm going to accomplish what you need, which is to have more money to pay your bills, better quality of life, being able to spend more time with your family, and teaching you how to make money online. So those are the things that you need. We're not talking about my needs on this phone call. I'm going to help you to reach the goals that you want to reach, right? So let me explain to you exactly how our program works. I have two systems that I offer. I can do a 6 month course where we will basically build a page out for you. We will do everything for you over a 6 month period. Or I can offer a year's course, and then at the end of that year's time, if you feel as though you're comfortable and you're ready to go on your own and you can run that page on your own, then I tell you, I hand the keys to you and I say, okay, my friend, you can drive the car from here. If not, we can always come back at the end of that year. We'll pay an additional fee and kind of go from there to keep running that page for you. That way, you can spend that time with your family. You can pay the bills that need to be paid, and we can move from there. All right.
I'm listening.
Perfect. All right. So now let's take into account that I did this page. I built it out for you over a 6 month period, and you were able to learn everything that you needed to learn from the meetings that we had. Maybe we were meeting once a month, maybe we were meeting twice a month. We were kind of doing a screen share with you, and we were showing you exactly what it is that we were doing to help you to build this channel out. Let's say at the end of that 6 month period, you say, Terry, I still don't think I got it completely, Why don't we give it another 6 months or so, and then at the end of the year, I'll let you know. So if we did a 6 month package for you, you're going to be looking at roughly about $5,000 for us to do a 6 month package for you. That's going to include everything. That's what we call the bells and the whistles. That's going to include us fully automating this channel for you, getting you monetized, everything that we discussed at the beginning. Now, let's say maybe you're not able to pick it up, or maybe you don't have the time to pick it up during that 6 month period. Then what I can do is I'll offer you a full year's course where we do everything for you over the course of that year. And you'd be looking at roughly $10,000, give or take, depending on what it is that you need from us in order to get this program paid for and to get you on the right track. So what we're going to do is this. I know you have some cars that you probably use for in case of an emergency. Pretty much all of us older people have cars that we use in case of an emergency. So let me ask you this. In your case, my guess is you probably are not really interested in trying to, learn this and do coding and all those other fancy things. You're looking for the three things that you talked about first: making money online, being able to take care of your grandchild who you are in custody of now, and also having a little bit more money to be able to pay your bills. Those are the things that you told me earlier in the call. So I'm going to point you towards doing a full year service, which is going to be fully automated, getting you monetized, getting you some additional income coming in. And then from there, what we'll do is we'll kind of take note of things at the end of the year to see where you're going to go from there. So what I want you to do is grab one of those cards for me. If you have to use two cards, you can do that. Total is
Wait,
going to
wait,
be
wait,
10.
wait. Hang on, man. So for one, you said so many things I don't really know what you're talking about. And for two, I'm not just gonna go grab my card and give my information to a random guy I'm talking to over the phone,
Okay.
right?
What questions do you have for me?
I mean, at this point, like it just kind of sounds like, the reason I bought into the dumb money is to actually be able to make money, right? And that's why I bought
Mm-hmm.
into the dumb money program. But
Okay.
then what you're telling me about is like a lot of stuff that I really wasn't trying to, you know, get into, right? I was just trying to use the dumb money to make money, and I wasn't really trying to put out more money. Like I was saying, I'm already having a tough time paying the bills, and so I think I just kind of want to see where the dumb money is going to take me first.
So I'm going to tell you something. There are two types of people in this world, right? There are
Right.
people who build dreams for other people, and then there are people who build dreams for themselves. You, my friend, have spent 67 years building dreams for other people. You've helped us with your service in the Army. I'm sure you've worked at a job for XYZ amount of years. At what point do you take the opportunity to invest in yourself? You've
Well,
done it
that's what
the
I thought.
same.
That's what I was doing with the dumb money. It's telling me, saying one person makes 20,000 a month, the other person makes 30,000 a month. So I was looking at that as an investment that was actually going to be able to help me out. And start
So
start freeing up my time and helping me.
sure, sure. I completely understand what you're saying, but I want you to understand two things. I'm sure that you were great at whatever it is that you used to do for a profession. What were you as a
Hello,
professional? What
guys. Terry, Dom, thank you very much. Okay, Terry and Joe, for both of you, this is the first time I'm basically gonna train you guys. So you have to understand that. Well, Joe, I already trained you once, but this is the first time I'm gonna do it like publicly. Okay. So the only thing you have to understand about me is that everything I'm gonna do here, it's not judging you, it's just advising. Whatever you think is good, you take it. Whatever you don't like, don't take it. But this is not an argument. Like I don't need you to tell me why you say that or why you didn't. Make sense? It's like if you think it's gonna be good for your tomorrow calls, take it. If you think it's not, don't take it. Sounds good? Joe, Terry, all good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Terry, let's start. Um, I actually thought I actually think that first you say you did too many claims during the call. And what worries me is not that you did a lot of claims, is that you repeat the same claim at least 2 or 3 times. Like, I'm reading my notes. I took a lot of notes. Start making a little bit of money here and there. One. pay bills that you can pay right now. To all of these things, Terry, it's okay, but it's not okay, sorry, because it's money claims. And by the end of the line, we have to protect ourselves of money claims. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Wonderful. Number two, the first 2 minutes of the call, I didn't even hear Dom's voice. Literally, I text Ariella. You're talking too fast, and you ask over 3 questions at the same time. Why I don't advise you to do so? I don't know if you have ever seen a TV show called Suits. Have you? Terry.
Suits, Terry, Suits. Anyone have ever seen Suits? If you're
Harvey
talking, you're on
Specter.
mute.
Yeah, I love that show.
What about Terry? Because I'm trying to talk to Terry now.
Um,
I'm here. I'm here. Sorry, I had to plug my phone in.
Have you ever see a TV show called Suits series?
No, I've never seen Suits before.
Okay, it's about lawyers, very rich lawyers that works, in the best area buildings of New York. And then there is a guy it's called Harvey Specter, which is the guy that everybody looks for to solve their issues. All right. He always says first impression is what it counts. The first impression for you that they have to see is not a sales agent. And you sound a lot as a sales agent. The first impression is the first impression is, hey, Dominic, this is Terry. Ariel asked me to call you because you want to change your life and you purchase a program called Dumbmoney because you want to make more money. How are you, buddy? Let them talk. Listen for what they have to say and use their pain points against them. Literally, you were saying you can split the payment in 2 cards without even asking if he was ready for something. If you had any questions. Like, you know, there is a sales script that it's putting people on the yes, yes, yes position. Have you heard this before?
No, I haven't heard that before.
Okay, I'm gonna teach you something. If the hardest part of being a sales agent is handling the objection before they have it. Make sense?
Uh, I no, I don't follow. Sorry.
Imagine one of the objections is gonna be, um, I don't know, something like, I want to make money online, but I don't trust this process because I have been scammed before. Okay?
Okay.
Now, if you say something like, listen, I know you have been scammed before, but in this call, I don't want you in defensive position because I'm not going to ask you for money right now. The only thing I'm going to do is teach you what opportunities you have outside for you to get new tools in your life to accomplish your goals. Okay? Right now, they're not going to say anything about scamming. You just handle an objection before he has it. Make sense?
But how do I know if they have that objection if they don't say
Does
it?
it? Well, you don't know. You just handle the objections. You know how many calls you have made since you get here? 150, 200. You already know basically what the same objections are. I have to talk to my wife. I I don't know you. I just need. I'm just talking to you, and you want my card number. Um, if I already bought a program to make money, why do I have to buy another one? Make sense? All of these things is something that you can already handle before they ask. You understand my point?
Yes.
So, how can you handle objections before they have them? Listening to them first. You know what was the best part of your call? The best part of your call was at the end. when he said, like, wait, I just meet you. I'm not gonna hand over my card to somebody on the phone that I don't know, or something like that, right? And you said you already live for others too much. Now, don't you think it's time to invest in yourself? It was too late. That's something you have to say before. That's something that, Dom, listen, brother. Before we get into this business conversation and we start discussing business, I'm going to tell you why me, as a rich guy, wants to help somebody like you. So you understand. Okay, Dom? Yes. Okay. The only reason I'm making this call, Dom, is because I feel in your energy, brother, that you always sacrifice what you want from me. If I'm wrong, stop me. Please do. If I'm wrong, but I'm not. It's very weird case when I'm wrong. Make sense, Dom? Yeah. And you already sacrificed for the last 50 years, brother. You went to the army, you served your country with honor, with pride. You came back. I'm so sorry for your loss, brother. I'm a father as well. I'm not gonna say I understand what you're going through because I don't. But what I do know is that God gives the hardest battle to the best warriors. And I'm so happy I'm with you on the phone right now because you're one of those warriors. How do you think Dom is feeling right now, Terry?
Good, I guess. Good.
Touch, move. Hey,
Emotional.
this guy knows what he's talking about. I have always been there for others. When you bring it on the conversation, it was too late. You based all the conversation. You're gonna get monetized on a YouTube channel. He doesn't even know what a YouTube channel is. It's just all people. They have no clue. They might have seen videos on YouTube, but they don't know people make money when they see the videos. When they ask me why you don't explain the program, I always say because they don't want to understand it anyway. This is not real estate where they're seeing the piece of wall they're paying for. So start the conversation with first change your tonality a little bit. It was too how do you say it, Ariela?
Excuse me?
How do you say when you don't change tonality, you're too mono what?
Monotone.
Monotone, right? I think that because of the numbers you have bring, you're good, but you can be better, like everybody, including me. But I'm 99.9% sure that whoever you closed, it has nothing to do with the call we just hear. Because people don't buy knowledge, people buy emotions. Period. You know when they ask why am I investing at? When they're ready to invest. If not, they will not be asking that question. Make sense, Terry?
Yes.
And
Yes.
Joe, this is for you too. You guys think that I close the people with more money. No. I close at 2,500 today. A lady that says that she has $15,000 on credit card and she has 3,400 on credit card. Well, I'm on the phone, I'm gonna close. But the amount of the sale is strictly related to the amount of money they have. If they have 3,500 and you close 2,500, you do an amazing job. But if they have 20,000 and you close 2,500, there's something you should do better. And this is what I want you guys to take out of this call. Don't give them options. Terry, you give them like, I'm young, I'm 32, and I tried to follow your options and I couldn't. I just couldn't. I was literally asking Ariela, did he say this or that? You were talking so fast, brother. I couldn't follow. Like 6 months for this amount and a year for this amount, and then we leave you by yourself. No, I'm gonna take your hand. Listen, Dom. Me as a millionaire, your case is now personal for me. I'm gonna take your hand. I'm gonna guide you step by step. My team will call you every freaking week. Are you following me? Every week until you receive an email that says that you're monetized. Congratulations. That day, brother, That day you're gonna travel where I am and you're gonna invite me dinner. Make sense? But you give so many options. How much is this gonna cost me, bro? I don't know how much it's gonna cost because you didn't do the process correctly. Dominic, I'm gonna ask you a question. Ariel told me,
What's up?
no, not you, brother.
Oh,
The
my
game.
bad.
Ariel told me that you have $25,000 available in credit. But how much do you have in debt? Because I'm not worried about what you have. I'm worried about what you have to accomplish. Yeah, I do have the 25 available. I have 15,000 in debt. Wonderful. You just know how much they have. Don't give them. You want to give options? Give them two options. Let me ask you something, brother. Do you want a package that is gonna be good, or you want a package that is gonna be amazing? Don't ask me prices. I'm not here to sell you shit, man. No, I'm not here to sell you. I'm here to advise you. I'm gonna open a door. If you wanna cross through that door, I'm gonna be here for you. If you don't wanna cross the door, we're friends. We're friends. Call me. Let's have coffee when you come. I live in Naples, Florida. Where do you live? If you come to Florida, call me. We're gonna have a coffee together. I don't need your money. I don't want your money. I'm here to advise you. Does that make sense, Dom? Yes. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not gonna start saying, "Hey, I'm gonna promise you the moon, the sky, the earth, 100,000 a month with 200 investment." No, that's not what I'm here. I'm here to give you real tools to change your life. Make sense? There is nothing wrong with saying real tools. Real tools, it's actually what you're giving them. How much money I'm gonna make? I have no idea. Dumb, I have no clue. But why would I invest my money if I don't know how much money I'm gonna make? Dumb, let me tell you something. If you invest $1,000, you're gonna make 100,000 a month. Do you believe me? No. Okay. If you invest $50,000, you're gonna make 100,000 a month. Do you believe me? Maybe you don't have $50,000, so don't ask me how much money you're gonna make. Ask me what tools you're gonna have. So in the future, you do have the $50,000 with tools, with your commitment, with your work from your house, giving an example to these grandchildren that you're gonna have to start raising all over again. Because you want to create a great member for society, yes, you are, or I'm wrong. Give him an example. You know what you need right now, Dom? To be honest with you, you need to get your mind a little bit busy. You're thinking too much on problems and you're not thinking on solutions. Let me be part of your solution, Dom. Do you want me, Dom, to take your hand and give you everything I know? Everything I know about monetizing a YouTube channel? And if you don't know what monetizing a YouTube channel is, Dom, please ask me because I really want to explain it to you. Do you see the difference on tonality, on questions, on the way you get into their emotions, the way you touch their hearts? Everything. The pain points of these people are for you to use them on your favor, not against you. Terry, does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does. Thank you.
This is for you and Joe, both. Don't give so many options. Ask questions that 95% of the time the answer is going to be yes. Do you want to change your life? Are you ready to change your life? Do you love your grandkid? Are you ready to help your grandkid? Do you love your wife? Are you ready to give your wife a better life? Are you ready to spend time with your wife an hour a week or 2 hours a week, you and your wife in front of your computer thinking about idea how to make your life better? Yes, 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 yes. You know what happened when you ask them, are you ready to invest? They're going to say yes because they're already on the yes part. But if you start, like, you answer me, Terry, what sounds better? Terry, listen, you're going to have two options. If you invest $5,000, you're going to have a 6-month process. In this 6-month process, you're going to have a meeting with the developer and we're going to monetize the channel. but then in 6 months you're gonna be by yourself. But if you invest 10,000, you're gonna have a year process, and during that year, after the year, you're gonna be by yourself. But as long as you have, the longer your channel is gonna be monetized. So it's gonna be better for you to make to use this tool, because you did say make money many times. We can't say that. But if you monetize your channel, with us, and you're with us for 1 year, your channel is gonna have bigger possibilities. You see how you can make sound good without making claims? But even that way, it sounds horrible. That if you come and you say, listen, Dominic, we already know you have $25,000 in your credit. What I'm gonna tell you should do, I'm not gonna tell you because I'm Ariel. No, no, no. I'm gonna tell you this because this is what every millionaire says. And I know you don't want to be a millionaire, but I also know you want to be in a better position. Is that right? Yes. Yes again. Yes again. Always yes. When they say yes, okay, listen. If you go to any one-on-one business rules, there is something called OPM. Dom, do you know what that is? No. Other people's money. Okay, let me ask you something, Dom. In all these years that you have lived, do you know any bank owner who is broke? No. They're actually pretty rich people, right? Yes. They make money with my money. That's how they make money. OPM is a system already proven to work. Don't you want to be part of a system already proven to work, Dom? Yes, again. Yes, again. There's another yes. All right. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna tell you. But again, if you don't like it, you close the door. If you like it, you go through the door. I'm not gonna convince you. I'm not gonna spend here an hour trying to make you, change your mind. It's not my style, right? I have my own. My pilot is waiting for me, and I have to get on my plane, and I have to go to Turks and Caicos right now. So I'm gonna take a few more minutes to talk to you, and then you decide what you want to do. Make sense, Dom? Yes. Again. Yes. Good. So based on the $25,000 that you have on credit cards, you want to give two options? This is the options you're going to give. You could even decide to invest $10,000 or decide to invest $15,000. I'm not going to explain you the difference. Just tell me which one you feel better at. And he's going to say 10,000. And then you're going to say, okay, perfect. You know what just did there? You already have a number in his head. If you're good enough to convince him to 15,000, amazing. But the 10,000 is already on his head. He already say, I rather the $10,000 package. Right or wrong? Terry, I'm talking to you, buddy.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Right. 10,000 is the package that he has.
10,000. He already said the number. It's already in his mind. It's already there. He already believed it's possible to get his visa and invest $10,000 because he already said, I rather the $10,000 option. And now it's where you're going to prove your value as a closer. Where you're going to say, okay, if you want to invest $10,000, I'm going to take your credit card right now. But before, I'm going to give you an advice. Based on business studies, and in the position that you are right now, financially speaking, you have to invest $15,000. And he's going to ask why. But why 15,000? Listen, if 10,000 is your decision, that's perfect. I have many people that I have helped with this investment budget to start. But I also have a lot of people that do a lot better with the budget that I'm advising you to do. Now, the only reason $15,000 is what you should do is because if you ask any single millionaire, how much money should I invest if I have $25,000 available on credit card with 15,000 debt? They will tell you invest exactly what you have in debt, which means $15,000. Now, you can follow my advice or don't. Again, Dom, I'm here to open the door, but you are a son of God. As a son of God, you have something called free will. The power that you have to create your own destiny based on your decisions. Your decisions. Are you ready to make a decision, Dom? Yes. Wonderful. 10 or 15, Dom? You know what? Let's go with the 10. I feel better. Perfect. Visa or MasterCard? Don't let them think. Let's go with Visa or MasterCard. Actually, do you take Amex? For sure we do. 3-7 and then what? What do you mean? Well, every American Express will start with 37. So, oh, okay, 3741 278 014. Blah 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 blah. Charge that fucking money and bring it home, baby.
Freaking love you. That is so good, Ariel. Wow. So good. What Ariel did is he is not a closer on this call at all. In fact, he is someone who doesn't really care. He's advising. He is the mentor. He is the advisor. He is advising. He is so confident in this that of course you're going to want to buy. He puts him in the position of saying yes, yes, yes. And I am that's just great, Ariel. Just really great. Closers, do you have anything or even setters? Do you have anything, any objections that you would want Ariel to go over right now? Now's your time. We do this. We're doing this for you. So let's go over anything.
Talk
I mean,
now or shut up for a week.
I had a guy today that he was like eating out of my palm, and I for sure knew I was going to close him. But when it came down to him, and he had money, he had like over $20,000 in credit. And I explained to him, how he should split that up into thirds. And, the richest man in the world advises this. And he wanted to do this. He wanted to make money. And he just said, look, you know, I'm not going to find out if this is going to work or not because I'm just not going to take that risk. And I literally, I said, look, tell me why. You bought a course because you want to change something in your life, correct? Yeah. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. I don't want you to buy anything that's not going to help yourself. So give me a single reason as to why you don't want to see if this works, And I guess maybe somebody could have closed him, but I really felt like this dude was unclosable. But he had the fucking money. I said, you have 20,000 in credit. He says I have over 30 available, and he wouldn't even fucking do 2,500. And I wonder what you say in a position where the dude wants to do it. He wants to make money. He's willing to invest, but he just is not fucking willing to invest right now.
He's fearful.
And I even spoke about that. I said, fear is such a crippling emotion. All it does is hold you back from your potential. What
So
are
is
you
that
afraid
call
of?
recorded?
No, that one wasn't recorded. I
That
mean, this
was
was a
your
done
mistake,
deal.
Joe.
Huh?
That was your mistake.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
should say,
recorded
you should say this. What was his name?
um Eugene.
Okay. Eugene, let me ask you something, brother. Do you have a brother? Yes. How is your relationship with your brother? Well, it's good. Do you think that it will be smart for you to make business with your brother? If he say yes, you say, well, how many families you have seen they fight after they make business together? A lot. You know why? Why? Because you cannot get emotions involved in business. Fear, it's an emotion, and you're making a business decision based on an emotion. And you are a very smart guy to do that, Eugene. That's it. He will pay just because he doesn't want to feel dumb.
Well, I would love to give you his number and see if you can close him tomorrow, actually. Because this dude, I mean, I stayed on until he hung up. You know, I would love to see
The
if you can
thing
get
is
it.
that it's very easy for people to say, I want to see if you can close it after you already lost him. Because this is something that you have to do at the moment the call is happening.
Yeah.
Remember, these are hot leads. I can try. I'm not telling you I will not try. But now it's gonna be 100 times harder because you already have 24 hours to think about everything. What I'm saying is, at the moment this is happening, the right handling objection of fear And trust me, I love when people tell me the only thing stopping me right now is fear. When they say that, $30,000 close. When they say something like, I have to think about it, I'm going to pray about it, I hate that. I try to handle the objection, but for me, when they say I'm afraid, oh, that's the best. Why? Because nobody likes, do you like to feel dumb, Joe?
Of course not.
Neither do I. How do you think Eugene feels?
Wait, so what do you say to make them feel dumb when they say that?
Brother, anything, any story, any questions, anything that you want to ask that is going to conclude on you telling them you cannot make business decisions based on an emotion. And fear, it's an emotion. And let me tell you something, brother. You are a very, very smart man, right? Yes. Do you think you can make business decision based on an emotion? No. Why are you doing that right now?
Right.
But
That's it.
what example do you typically give them? Is there a certain line that you give before that?
No, I don't, but people will have, but I'm different because I have done this for years. At the beginning, I used to give lines like, will you be on the same business with your brother if you know that will cost your relationship in 2 years? No. Why do you think family always fight when they make business together? Because there are emotion involved. And the first thing you have to know is, do you think it's hard to make business decision based on emotions or based on numbers? No, based on numbers. So not on emotions. No. Why are you why are you making a business decision based on an emotion? Fear is just an emotion. That's it.
Any other objections, guys? Anything else for Ariel? Nothing is too stupid, team. Nothing is too, this is training. This is what this is for.
Hey, my name is Rick. This is my first time here. I haven't made it so yet, but I was listening to this for a second. He was saying that you can't make decisions off of emotions, but you need to make it off of logic. Okay, so how can you logically make this sense for them?
What?
Yeah, sorry. I also was trying to understand the question before saying something.
Okay, so the question before is like you cannot mix emotions with logic doing business, right? Is that correct? That
No,
was the
no,
whole.
no, no. Don't use the word logic. I never say that word.
Then what is the word he was using?
You cannot make business decision based on emotions. Period.
Okay, okay. So how do you make business decisions?
Based on numbers.
So how do we prove the numbers make sense to them?
Very simple. Where do you live?
I'm new here, so I'm just asking. I have no
No,
idea
no, no. That's good. I'm
anything.
answering you. If you're asking me a question, it's because you want the answer, right?
Yeah. I want to learn. I want to learn, of course.
Okay. Where do you live?
I currently live in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. How many people live in Puerto Rico right now, brother?
3.5 million.
How much money do you think that the biggest restaurant in Puerto Rico makes right now?
The biggest restaurant.
Yeah, the restaurant that makes more money in your entire island.
Bro, you're asking a very complicated question right
Good, but
now.
you can Google it. But let's say you can Google it, but let's say they make 40 millions a year, maybe.
Yeah, let's throw a hypothetical number because I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither. But the guy that is on the other line of the phone doesn't know either, right?
It's not the industry where I usually work with. So
Again, doesn't matter because that's the same answer that the guy on the other that the other guy will not know either. Make sense?
yeah. So my point is, if you're not going to use emotions to make this sell, you use numbers.
Listen. So the restaurant makes maybe 10 millions a year. Make sense? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
How much money you think that restaurant will make in a 4.5 billion people city? Billion with a B.
Now I
Thank
know
you. That's what internet offers you. Having
now
access to that kind of people every
now I know where
single
you're
day.
coming from. Yes. It's the market size.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Numbers.
If I could sell 10,000 to 100,000 people population, imagine how much I could sell to 10 million people.
There
Yes,
you
I get
go.
it. Okay.
Ahí lo tiene puertorriqueño, eso es.
Do you talk Spanish?
Yeah, I'm from Panama.
Oh yeah, that was funny. ¿Qué es lo que hay, manín?
Todo bien, después hablamos. Okay, guys, any other question?
Estamos ahí.
Any
Gracias.
other questions, guys? Okay, so the good thing about all of this, guys, is not only now have I recorded all these Zooms, I also transcribed all these Zooms. So this is great. So this is going to be great training material. We're going to do this every day. Thank you, Terry, for doing the role play today. There is always a lot to learn during these, and not only learn, but if we just keep doing the same thing, everyone, we're going to get the same result. So the reason for these trainings are to implement, and practice. Practice your sales pitch. That's not sounding like a sales pitch. Practice the rebuttals, practice the objections, record yourself, get better. This is what this is all about, is perfecting your craft to make as much money as humanly possible in the shortest amount of time. This is what we're all trying to do here. And the only way to do that is to perfect your craft and listen to our sales leader and take tips from him, because he's bringing in the most money and he's been doing this the longest, and it works. It makes sense. And there's very little room for objection. Ariel, the best thing that I got from this is handling the objection before it comes out. So if a lot of people are like, I've been scammed before, nothing ever works, saying that before they can say it is the best. So I'm not sure. Let me see. David G, are you? No, he's not. Okay. So any other questions, guys? Before we hang up, I want to go over what we did today. It's not our proudest day, and no one hit their goal. Um, but we have Erica on the board for 2 sets, bringing in 6,500. Chris, 3 sets. So you got the most, bringing in 11,500. Dom, I don't know what happened to you today. 1 set, 2,500. I guess everyone's allowed to have a bad day once every 30 days. Terry, you brought this, can't be right. Ariel, how much did you close today? Ariel?
He did 2,500.
2,500, but remember I was traveling
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and my fucking
Okay.
flight
Yes, I,
got
I totally forgot you were traveling.
to
Okay,
another
Terry,
place.
Brennan the most. Three closes at 10,500. Congratulations. Great job. After the training today, it would probably be
No, I
20,500.
don't. Didn't Joe make more money today?
No, Joe made 7,500 with two
Wrong.
closes. Ron?
Wrong. I
Wrong.
made 10,000. I did 3 sales, 10,000. You got those numbers twisted, baby.
No, that's
Come on.
David. That's David. Okay. So wait.
Let's get that.
So wait, Jojo, let me update it. How many sales?
I did three.
Okay,
10,000.
at 10,000. So yeah, okay, Terry's still number one. But good job, Joe. And then Ariel, 2,500, one close, bringing in a total of 20,500 and leaving 28 minutes in the clock to make another sell, Joe, and get that number one spot. So we have time where Ariel might just do something crazy. I don't know. But we have goals to make. We didn't reach them today. And I want to, before we hang up, go over what we think happened that we didn't get that. So I think off the top, a lot of sets were slow the whole morning. Uh, Dom only booked one. So, Dom, can you talk to me about your day and why was there only one booking?
Yeah, so today I you know, I really I think it was just the pickup rate. I'm not sure what was going on. I was calling for my personal number as well, but it was weird. I feel like a lot of the leads were just like a little bit different than what we were having the past couple days.
They're the same
I know
exact
it's like,
leads.
what's that?
They're the same leads.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Whatever was going on, it
Yeah.
was maybe it was me, maybe it was the leads. I don't know,
Maybe
but
who
it
you
was
spoke to, whatever. There's so many people. So
yeah. But anyways, yeah, it was just yeah. I just
gotcha. So it was a
didn't
hard
get his.
pickup rate. Okay. And Georgie, what's up with you today? Were you working or were you mostly off for the day? Georgie. Okay, we'll get back to her.
Where are you, Georgie?
We'll get back to her. Erica, okay, so you actually set today. So how did you find today to be for you? A normal day? Erica, guys, we do these trainings for you. Unmute, please. Well, it would just be a really sad day if people are just on this call and not like listening. At least the closers are engaged. Uh,
Hey, look, sorry for interrupting,
no,
but
you're good.
I haven't started this. I would love to have some type of like one-on-one time with what's his name, Ariel. I like to make a lot of questions. I've had a lot of experiences, but I really want to understand this industry
Uh,
before I get into it.
Well, you just have to get into it, honestly, and follow the script. And then once you get into it, we do these trainings. There's not really no one-on-one, but once you get into it, like, Joe did, Terry did, you just kind of get thrown into the fire, follow the script, listen to the calls. And then on these trainings, of course, this is what we do it for. Every single day you could role play, we could do it live, all of us, and it'll be there for training purposes. But I don't really think Ariel's too busy to do one-on-ones, right, Ariel? So, any other questions, team? No other questions?
Yes,
Is there
boss.
Goal was 4 and hit 10K. I hit 11,000. Yes, Chris, you did hit your goal. Okay, Chris, when I say the goals weren't hit, I meant for the closers, not the setters. Our closer goal at the end of the day was not hit because we have a goal of $70,000 every single day. But yeah, great job, Chris. You actually did hit your goal. But the closers
I'll
did
talk about mines when you get a chance, Ariella.
Yeah, OJ. Terry, talk about yours.
Okay. So the day was it was a normal day. Wasn't much different. It would have been nice to get some sets for a little bit earlier in the day. Um, between like 7:30 and 1. But for the most part, it was a regular day as far as the leads are concerned. Again, ended at 10.5 and I left 10,000 in declined credit cards. So it was a regular day. It wasn't anything different than what we normally have. It was a standard day, good energy, everything was normal for the most part.
Thank you, Terry. Okay, cool. But you said to me during the morning time, it was like crickets and no one was really
It
booking.
was. Yeah, it was.
So okay, so that's a problem. And what's also a problem, and I'm going to talk to upper management about that, is when I am doing these phone calls and I talk to you, Ariel talks to you, upper management, anyone, we're having a conversation, I expect an answer. So learn how to unmute yourselves. The unmute button is very quick, it should be there. Ready? Looking at your phone to unmute. You should be looking at your phone, not doing anything else separately, not on social media, not talking to your kids, not talking to your wife, not in the shower, not doing nothing, but focusing. So when someone asks you a question, unmute it and learn when the unmute button is. Second of all, if I ask you a question and you don't answer, that's a big problem for me. That means you're not paying attention and you will get called out on it. So, the people that I talked to today that didn't answer me back, they will be hearing from upper management. So don't make it be, don't be those people. If we're on this call, we're here to learn. We're taking our time. We're all millionaires here. We don't have to do this. Okay. Me and Ariel, we could be like, we're good and never have to do this again. Wesley, he never has to do anything for a day in his life. But we're a team and we're all making money together. And I love my team. I go hard for my team. So I expect respect just like I give it to you guys. So if we're on a call, be present on the call. And if you're not, it's going to be a big problem, like I said. So with that being said, tomorrow, obviously, we're going to have a $70,000 day, no questions asked. And I expect the setters to be on early and booking. Anthony, you here?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Thank you. So on early, Anthony, you're going to be running it tomorrow. I want to see you at freaking $40,000 tomorrow. And how that's going to happen, you're going to start early. Um,
Yeah, I just want to say too that this training was actually really helpful for me as a setter because now I get to see the second half of the call, essentially, the deal all the way through. And then also, I think it was a good day too. I think the pickup rate was a little low for me personally, but I was able to book a few appointments. I know Terry had, 10K, so I would have hit my goal if those cards went through on the first shot. But I just gotta say, we're all killing it. Just we're gonna have those low days, but tomorrow could be a super high day. So
it will be a super high
it
day.
will be.
Thank you. Thank you for your positivity. Thank you, Anthony.
Yes,
A
ma'am.
few announcements before we hang up.
Wait, Ariella, did you mute yourself?
Oh, yes, I did. Thank you. I said, so I already spoke about Bali. If you weren't on the meeting and you missed that, it's probably better because you're not going to end up in Bali if you keep missing the meetings. So we're going to do that. Second, I know you guys may not like this, but I'm letting you know now that it's going to happen and probably in 60 days. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to get your money up and be good with your money and know how to spend your money properly. But I'm going to switch to once a month payouts in the very near future. I'm not going to do it this month or next month, but it's going to happen very soon. So be ready. So make your money, save it, and I'm not going to teach you how to use your money, but just be smart with it. It's not the end of the world. I get
Once
paid
a
out.
month? Payroll once a month? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And we'll discuss this, not on this call, but that's what's going to be in the very near future.
I
So,
like that.
um, it's annoying to pay bi-weekly, and I don't get even paid bi-weekly. So I'm coming we'll talk about that in the future, but that's where this company is heading. And also, we're going to be doing Zoom on, camera on. So, ladies, we're going to have our cameras on in the future to make sure if we keep having this problem that everyone is present. They can't just pretend they're on this call and not be. So it doesn't matter, the late meetings, people do it from their couch or sitting up in their bed. We don't have to be like in our suit and ties here, but we're going to have our cameras on. So that's something I'm going to talk to upper management about as well. But yeah, does anyone have any questions for me regarding the meeting or have anything else to say?
No, thank you, Ariella, because we depend a lot on you. So I appreciate the good energy that you bring every single day. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, Terry. Appreciate it. So, all right, guys, we're going to have a great day tomorrow. Meditate, manifest, and let's make that shit happen. I will talk to you guys 11:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Bye.
Later.
Peace.